What's up, guys? My name is Miles.
And my name is Fez.
And this is The Commodity. And today we are reacting to the pros and cons of living in Penang, Malaysia.
So I was literally just thinking right when we pulled this up, what is your biggest con of living in Dallas, Texas?
One eternity later.
I don't know.
I have two. The rising cost of living.
The road construction.
Road construction.
That would
I was
be
going to say
my
the
only
fact that
thing.
everything is at least 30 minutes away.
Yeah.
We go by time, not distance, because distance doesn't matter. There's
Right.
traffic
Yeah,
all the
I could
time.
be driving 6 miles down the road and it could take 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But that also has a lot to do with the construction.
Yeah, 100%. And the fact that they need to do construction sometimes.
Yeah, because there's so many people now and they don't fit on all these smaller roads.
Yeah.
But if you live in Penang, Malaysia, go ahead and comment down below. This is my home. We did a video before on Penang, Malaysia. I would love for you guys to check it out at the end of this video. I'll put that link in the description down below. It was one of my favorite videos I've reacted to. Penang is such a beautiful place. I truly enjoyed watching it. And if you'd like to recommend videos of Penang, hop down in our description. Down below, there is a link to our Discord. In the Discord, you can suggest any videos like this to us, as well as just chat and have fun and talk with us. Also, down below this video, there is a join button where you can hop into our YouTube membership program. With that, you'd get exclusive vlog content behind the scenes, as well as early releases to videos like this.
And when you say that you're from here, I also want you to put the biggest con. It's so easy to find pros.
Yeah.
Tell us your biggest con of living in Penang, because I'm curious.
Yeah, because seeing it from the outside,
There's nothing to complain about.
I would not complain, but I don't live there.
And I'm sure there's something there we'd be like, yeah, this sucks.
Yeah.
It's just simple.
Yeah.
Every place has its pros and cons.
But I guess we'll find out in this video.
Yeah.
So let's hop in.
Welcome to another episode of the Pros and Cons. Today we're talking about Penang, Malaysia, known as the food capital of
I will say they make some dang good instant noodles.
Facts.
Asia. It's an
Ooh.
island close to Kuala Lumpur, close to Singapore. And
Is that nasi lemak?
It's one of
No.
the gems when it comes to
I saw the rice
food.
underneath.
Maybe a place to bake. Kuala Lumpur, close to
It might be nasi
Singapore.
lemak.
And it's one of the gems
I
when
didn't
it
see the
comes
rice.
to
Yeah.
food, maybe a place to base yourself.
That's pretty
So
genius.
Let's get straight to the pros. So first off, this is common to Kuala Lumpur. The visas for foreigners are pretty easy and you get 3 months right off the bat for most countries. The whole process from getting through immigration to the city, it's not too far, and yeah, it's not too expensive either. They have Grab taxis. Grab
I'd gained
is
so much weight in these
based
areas.
originally from Kuala Lumpur, so you get a very easy way to get around taking the taxis. You can ride the motorbikes in Penang. It's not as crazy as the capital city in Kuala Lumpur. So those who value a ocean island lifestyle that's a little bit slower pace will enjoy Penang. In the main
See, that's what I'd be looking for.
town
Yeah.
area,
Slow lifestyle
is
by the
known
water.
as
Much
Georgetown
more
or G-Town.
homey.
That's where you're gonna
It's
find
still
a lot
big.
of
Look at
street
it. Yeah.
art, a lot of the sightseeing.
He's talking about Georgetown.
That's good to visit, but I wouldn't recommend actually staying in Georgetown. But yeah, there's a lot
That's
of street
dope.
art there. There are co-work spaces available, and the locals speak English. So the street food is some of the best in Malaysia. Even people in Kuala Lumpur know that the food is more authentic in Penang than it is in Kuala Lumpur. So you're gonna get some really good.
That sounds like fighting words.
Yeah. Don't argue in the comments. It's okay. If he's wrong, he's wrong.
Yeah.
I'm sure everybody's food's good.
Yeah.
dishes like koi tiao
I'm so hungry.
or Hainan
Kway
chicken
teow is so
rice. The
good.
Western food is also pretty
Oh,
good. Prices
That's what we
are
need to get for our-
affordable, but you're gonna find it more expensive than Thailand
kidding.
or Vietnam. But depending on the time of
That
year,
bean sprouts.
Yes, yes,
you
yes.
find affordable accommodation. Like I said, the co-work spaces are there. There's not as many as Kuala Lumpur. Before it was just ACAT, but I believe there are more co-work space options.
I don't know what he's talking about.
I don't either. I don't know if that's color graded or if I think that's true.
Yeah, because none of the other colors in the
Yeah, the
scene
people
are
look
far
normal.
off. The grass looks like a regular green. The shorts look like a regular red.
That is just a truly beautiful sunset.
That's insane. That is absolutely insane.
That is so beautiful.
And these
Areas
people
of
aren't even
Penang
paying
that's
attention. They're
fantastic.
playing on their
Not
phones
that
and
far
talking.
off. The furthest that I've been is Batu Ferenghi, which is a very nice beach area, good
Look at
for
that.
those purple sunsets. And that's about 30 minutes away. So that's some of the pros. Let's talk about some of the cons of Penang. So something I didn't mention earlier is that I stayed a month in Penang with my roommate. And so I got a good feel for Penang. And at the end of the day, I found it quite close-knit. There's a lot of families that stay there. And while there are a lot of tourists that visit, I find that it's more of a transient city. The foreigners that visit there don't tend to stay a long time, and maybe I didn't have a chance to meet some of the long-term expats, but there weren't a lot of events when I was looking.
See, if I go to a place like this, I'm not necessarily going for events. I mean, I mean, local events, that would be cool.
But that's not what I'm looking for.
That's not what I'm looking for. I'm
No.
looking for places like this that I can't find near me that I want to visit because this architecture looks beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm looking for, I mean, all this different architecture, all these different like the different religions that I can learn firsthand about, these beaches and these sunsets that I'll never ever see where I live right now.
And from the stories and the videos and everything that we've learned, it seems like it's a very like American style personalities.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're open, they're willing to talk, they're very conversationalist,
Very
and,
friendly.
and they're very prideful. So like being able to ask questions. I know it keeps on coming down to religion for me, but it's just something that I've kind of only known my religion more than anything.
Right. And we're
So-
super curious about,
Beliefs. I mean, am I going to change my belief system? No, probably not. But I'm not closed-minded enough not to be curious.
yeah.
I mean, I have nothing against it. I love learning about other people and where they come from and what they believe and how they believe and
Right.
what they do during this time.
Because it's really interesting.
Like
I mean,
learning about Ramadan was phenomenal.
100%.
And we still don't know much.
Yeah.
And even though I was staying with my roommate, we found ourselves bored
Proton.
or there's just limited amount of things to do. But as a digital nomad, I mean, if you're just looking to work and really grind and hustle, I think Penang is a good place for that. But looking to network and socialize with locals, I found it a little bit tough. There's a very strong wall, and this applies to Kuala Lumpur as well, where it's harder to meet local people in Penang and Malaysia in general. So
That's a good
that's
thing
just
we already
something
know
I
then.
found there. Prices are surprisingly high for some of the nicer condos, and there wasn't a lot of them when I went in 2016, but
I heard
things
Penang was
are
a little more
slowly
expensive.
changing.
Well, the
I found
location
Kuala
is
Lumpur
insane.
more of my vibe because it's larger. There's just more options, and they do have that public infrastructure where you can take the trains. One other thing I would say about Penang is that it's a very limited nightlife option. Most of the nightlife.
Yeah, so that's one thing I've heard a lot about is, you drink alcohol. I don't mind having a beer, especially if I'm in a place I'm not used to. I kind of want to go and hit, a pub up or whatever.
Yeah.
Get to meet the locals, and since it is a Muslim country, it's alcohol-free culture, generally
Right.
speaking. I'm sure there's pubs there. It's just, and you'd think they would open them up just for the tourists.
Right, because that's how, at least in America, when you go to different cities and stuff, if you stop by the pubs or the bars, you sit down and you meet new people and you spark up conversations, and which I guess you can do that at a restaurant.
And all honesty, though, a lot of the big things to do here, I'm not even a I don't drink alcohol at all. But when I go to different cities here in the States, we always go to a local brewery. Because microbreweries, I can't even talk, breweries are huge in the U.S. And I don't drink the beer. I just go and visit because it's really cool. And then you get to know like the local people, and there's always like at the end you get to try the beers, and some of them are free. It's part of the visit, and you get like a beer about this, about this big. And I'll drink something like that because, again, anything bigger than that, I'll get drunk because I don't drink. And usually I hate it. I've had a couple beers that I do like, but it gives me an opportunity to get to know people. And all honesty, if I lived in a place like this and I could afford to open up a pub, I would do it in a heartbeat. Yeah. It'd be, for tourists, it'd be one of the biggest hits.
100%.
Centers around Georgetown in Lovers Lane. And
Lovers Lane. We got a Lovers Lane.
Malls like Gurney, but it really is pretty limited.
It's expensive to live off of Lovers Lane.
Kuala Lumpur has more options for that.
In Dallas.
But, the nightlife is sorely lacking in Penang. And the craft beer scene is not good at all because they don't make any local craft beer, so they have to import everything, and that makes everything expensive.
So he kind of hit the.
So that was really the only main con that he threw out there was there's not much of a nightlife, and it was hard to
get around.
To get around. Well, no, he said it was easy to get around, hard to find a place.
Yeah.
That was not.
Cost of living was a little bit higher.
Yeah.
Which again, I could see that. Anything coastal here in the U.S. always a more expensive cost.
Yeah, 100%.
You're paying for the convenience of the coast.
But no, I mean, he gave a lot of good information. Definitely Penang is going to be a stop for us.
Huge stop.
Yeah.
And by that, we mean we're going to get huge. We're going to eat a lot.
Yeah. Especially a lot of seafood.
Yeah, a ton.
Because if this is the seafood capital of Malaysia, I can only imagine how much better the food will taste there than it would in America.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
At any seafood restaurant.
100%. So if y'all got anything else like this kind of video, I actually found this one. But if y'all have anything else, because I really want to go to Penang. Because, again, huge seafood fan and huge food fan. And he was like, this is the food mecca of Asia.
Yeah.
So send us some links. Let us know. My mouth is watering because I'm starving. And with that being said,
my name's Miles.
And my name is Fez.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Peace
out.